Hey, hello. I decided to record this little Balatro video for my friends who are playing Balatro to kind of show off what I do, what I know, and just kind of maybe give some insight so that when you're on your own Balatro, when you're on your own Balatur, you can I don't know, have a good time. I made a fresh profile so that there's no, like, I don't have any of the jokers or anything unlocked. There's nothing specific about this that's going to be like, oh, once you have this joker, or once you have this deck or whatever, then you're really rolling. A lot of the strategy here is just stuff that exists in the base game. Obviously, it's very good to unlock as many of the decks as you can, and as many of the jokers as you can. I believe that a lot of the jokers have... some of these, yeah, you just have to, like, purchase and find, but I'm pretty sure there's also... Yeah, there's a lot of conditions. Here we go. Some of these later jokers here have conditions you need to achieve to unlock them, and a lot of these are worth unlocking, so getting to that point is a good idea. Paying attention to what some of these are, you know, it can be a kind of a big boost. So we'll go ahead. We got a basic red deck run here, white stake, nothing extra. I forget if this is going to go through the tutorial or not. I guess we're going to find out. It's not. Cool. So we're in. I've mentioned within, like, my list of summary things on our Discord, because this video is not necessarily for general public consumption. It's going to be public, but, like, I mentioned, you know, like, sometimes you want to skip blinds, sometimes you want to play blinds. It's going to depend a little bit on your deck. In the beginning here, like, for instance, rerolling the boss blind at the start is just not useful, because the boss is dangerous, usually because it will counter... There are some bosses that will counteract the way that your deck is built, and since I literally don't have anything, like, I don't have any jokers, I don't have anything in my deck at this point, none of the bosses are any more of a danger than the others, so this is kind of a dead skip. It's not worth doing. Vouchers also this early are not great because they cost 10 to get. They're great, they're very valuable. Vouchers are a good thing to get. You just don't have the economy yet to really justify adding a second one, because unless you're very, very, very lucky with specific jokers early on, or with certain tarots, you're not going to have $20 to throw at 2 vouchers. So this is kind of a wasted pair of skips, and we're just going to end up going and playing them. I mentioned this previously as well, that, like, the first blind here, or the first couple of blinds here, it really kind of doesn't matter what your build becomes, because the only thing you have to do is hit this point total, and you don't have any jokers to modify, so the only thing you're going to be able to do really is get straights, flushes, or full houses to get the score that you need. Because, like, a 2-pair or trying to think, like a 2-pair of a 3 of a kind or something is not going to be, yeah, anything basically below this line is not going to be enough to get the points that you need to win most of the time. On top of that, even if it is, because hands convert directly into dollar reward at the end of the run, or at the end of the blind, you don't want to use those up sort of, like, loosely. Like, you need every extra dollar you can at the beginning here to get started. So I'm just going to go ahead and go for a flush. This is not going to be enough to get the 300, but it's going to be close. And then I can kind of just throw something else at this. Like, is this going to be enough? It's going to be... Early in the game here, you can actually just do the math in your head to figure out, like, is this going to be good enough? So this is going to be 24 times 2 is... Yeah, that's enough. So there we go. So I get my 2 hands worth of money. Got $5. And, okay. You have a few joker options here. You generally want to try and get mult early on, and you want to try and get something that... If you're going to get something that's a growing joker, like, this is a growing joker, because every time this condition is met, it gets stronger. These are going to be useful over the long run, but they're going to be more useful once you have, like, anything set up. Unless you're really comfortable getting through the first few blinds without really having any jokers, because you could do that. The first 2 blinds and the boss blind are completely beatable without any jokers or any modifications whatsoever. And you're like, okay, I really want to go in this direction. This one, though, as far as straights are concerned, trying to build into straights right away can be kind of challenging, and so I tend not to go in that direction. A common newbie trap people fall into is wanting to do flushes because they're really easy to get. It seems really easy to get them, but they grow more slowly than others, and the jokers associated with them just aren't quite as powerful. So you want to kind of keep your options open a little bit and just like try and stick with pure mult if you can. This is another one that like, hey, this is pretty good, but also the hands you're going to be able to do with many face cards are going to be, you know, pairs, full houses, straights, potentially flushes. So, like, there's good choices there, but again, early chips are decent, but mult is really where you're going to find most of your value from. And unless you saw something here at the top level of the shop that's like, oh, I absolutely want to get that, you almost always want to try and go into the booster packs because there's just, this is 2 choices. This is potentially more than 2 choices. It's going to be 2 jokers that are in there, but from the pool of things that it could draw from, you have better odds. And this game is nothing but trying to play the odds in your favor, so. Cool. These are both pretty useless for what we want to do. This is not a terrible one. It digs, you basically dig yourself into a hole and lose out on the ability to get interest, you know, the interest portion of the economy gain, to get an early lead. But since there's nothing in front of us we necessarily would like want to do with this. I mean, what this would let us do is basically get every joker and every booster pack and everything that's right in front of us, which isn't bad. And since we don't really have any other options, I mean, I'll go ahead and select this anyways. I'll say that this is a fallback choice that you have available too. If you're like, I don't like either of these things, figure out which one of them is worth more money, pick it, and then just immediately sell it. And then you recoup some of the costs you spent back on the booster pack. So, I actually might, well, this one is not worth a lot to sell, I know that. I'm kind of tempted to do this and open the other pack, but I think the other pack was just a card pack. And those could be really good because the cards in there will have modifications on them, but it's like adding 1 card into your deck of 52, so the odds of getting it on the next hand are not good. Like, deck sculpting, I call it deck sculpting, is something that you do once you have something else established. It's not a start of a build in and of itself. So, I think I'm going to go with this thing right now. Yeah, it's a mega standard. This voucher also not super useful yet because having a 3rd consumable slot is great, but it requires that you already have economy set up to be valuable. And so you can see, like, even from the first shop here, there's a lot of, like, decision making that goes into, like, how do we decide which of these things is worth putting the cash into? And so at this point, the direction I'm going to go is I'm going to grab both of these things just to have them. If I get a straight, then I get a free bonus 15 chips. If I have a face card, then I've got that. I could do the reroll. I wouldn't. I would save the money and I'd wait for the next shop, which is coming up right here, after we beat this. Cool. We almost have a straight here, you can see. With straights, the value of the one sort of in the middle of the pack is you can get either a 10 or a 5. Like, you have like a middle chunk of a straight, and you can get things on either side of it. So, drop this, there we go, there's our straight. And that should probably be enough to, well, no, let's see, is that gonna, it might be enough to get it. No, probably not, but it'll be a good chunk. Yeah, there we go. And then, just because I did a straight here doesn't mean I need to fish for a straight on the second go here. Like, remember, you can hover over the deck here. I don't know if you're playing on mobile or desktop. I always play on desktop. But you can hover over the deck here, and then you can check to see, hey, which of the, you know, cards, like, for instance, do I want to try and get a 3rd 7? Well, there's only 1 7 left in the deck right now, so the odds on that aren't great. Whereas trying to get, like, say, I don't know, more of anything else is a higher chance. So try and, whatever you're thinking about doing for the next step here, which I'm looking at, like, do I want to do either clubs or spades? I see that I have 1 more club in the deck than I have spades, so I'm going to try and do a flush on that and see what I get. And I was lucky, and I got it. And then I also get the bonus from the face here. So this is going to be more than enough. Even without these jokers, this was going to be more than enough. And the thing about Runner is, like I said, it's a growing joker, so that effect, that plus 15 chips stays on every time you get it, which is really nice. Okay, so here we are. We're back in the positives, not that it matters, because I have the bank card, the credit card. We've got Planet, and we've got Arcana. Fool is a very useful tarot card, but obviously you want to, like, have done something first here. So I'm gonna leave this here and not buy it yet, because I want to see what's available in here before I commit to having this thing and spending the money on it. This is Seance, I think is what it's called, and it's, quite frankly, I think just not a very good joker. because the frequency with which you can create a straight flush is very low. Definitely not an early game Joker. It's important to think about Jokers, whether they're early, mid, or late game. This would require you to have a deck that is easy to get a straight flush in to generate spectral cards. Spectral cards are great, love them, but you aren't going to have that option available, so it doesn't make sense to like do this early. Mega packs are great because you get two choices out of 5, and I have the cash to do it, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. Some of the things I'm looking for here, the Hermit would be really good if I was in the positives, because then I could double the money. I find Tower to be kind of a weak one. The stone cards pair nicely when you have like low hand count, or low, yeah, like pairs or 3 of a kind or 4 of a kind, because then you have a slot open you can stick a stone card into. But overall, I don't really find that valuable. I maybe undervalue Devil a little bit because it's helpful for economy, and I just usually find other more direct ways to get economy than gold cards. So I'm looking at Death and Strength here. Death is really, really nice if you have a card that already has some modifications on it. Like if there was a Priestess or a Hierophant card available, then I could like modify these 2 jacks and then do like a death to make like this 2 also into a modified jack, which would be pretty nice. Theoretically, I could do that with the stone card, like turn something into stone and then copy it and turn something else into stone. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to start sculpting my deck into, I don't know, I'm going to pump these up so that I'm going to use strength here. What's going to happen is these 2 turn into queens, and now my deck has it's like weighted a little bit more towards queens. I didn't choose like queens for any specific reason, just I figured face cards sort of the direction I'll go in right now. Now jacks are a lower chance, queens are a higher chance, and it makes it easier to get 4 of a kind, 5 of a kind, which is a thing you can do in this game. It makes it easier to get full house. The more you can kind of like reduce, like funnel or narrow your deck into a certain shape, the easier it becomes to hit certain targets. And again, I don't have Jokers that are like this technically made straights harder to get, but I'm also not planning on building towards straights. This was just something I picked up as sort of an interim choice. But like Scary Face gets a little bit, well, I guess it doesn't get better because I didn't make more face cards, but it means that if I could play like a 4 of a kind or a 5 of a kind, and then Scary Face would hit all of those very easily. So for my other one here, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start sculpting towards queens, and now I have 7 queens in the deck. So within the second shop there, I've already got a very strong slant in one direction. The odds have gotten very much in my favor there. And I could even, if I wanted to, and I'm going to go ahead and do this, use the Fool, get another death, and now on the next hand that I play, if there's a queen and something else, I could then convert that into a queen and get a full 8 queens. I don't have anything I actually want to do yet with the pump, with like, I don't have a set of Jokers that's like, this is the hand type that I want, and so I'm going to actually shy away from using the planet at this moment. Okay, so we go into here, and there's 2 queens, and check it out. Now I can do this, and I'll even do it so it's the same suit as the other one. So now I have 3 Queen of Clubs and 3 Queen of Spades, which is looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and discard a bunch of stuff here to see if I can get more queens. Just really like draw at it. So yeah, because I have red deck, I get the extra discard here, and I have so many queens in the deck, I honestly might as well just go for a 5 of a kind at this point. 4 of a kind is, I think, still gonna win. There we go. So first boss, I had a 5 of a kind, and it's gonna hit all the Scary Face. Scary Face gonna hit all of them. It's way overkill for what I needed to do. 4,000 out of 600. This is not an attempt at, this is not me like doing a build just yet. I'm probably gonna, well, I'll keep this for now because it's still providing me with 15 chips. But at some point I'm gonna throw this out because I don't need this anymore. This one's called Erosion. This is great if you have a specific card that you're like, this is the one that I want only this one, which is frequently the case in the strongest decks. There's a tarot card called Hanged Man that will allow you to just destroy 2 cards, and so Hanged Man and Erosion work really well together. There's also Jokers that will allow you to do deck trimming, which Erosion works really well with. Since I haven't seen those, I'm not going to go for that. I am going to get the tarot here, and if I get lucky and I get a Hanged Man in here, I will absolutely kill 2 cards and grab this Joker because it's going to give me a free +8. No Hangman. I got Magician. I'm going to start pumping up these queens so that Lucky's not the best modifier, but it is a modifier. It's not terrible. I'm actually going to open the Celestial Pack now, I just realized, because I played a 5 of a kind, and the planet card for 5 of a kind does not show up until you have played it once. In the meantime, I can pump my 4 of a kind here, which is a very high chance of happening. I could pump 3 of a kind, but I kind of want to keep my resources steady here. I could get, what is this? Petroglyph? No, Petroglyph is the upgraded version. Here, is this Hieroglyph? This is a choice of saying, I want to roll back 1 and get basically like another ante's worth of time to build up my power curve, but lose out on a hand to do so. I don't really feel like I need that, so I'm just going to keep going with what I've got. Okay, now we have some skips that might actually be worth looking at. Increased hand size here interacts very positively with my current deck shape because I have, what, 8 queens? Yeah, I have 8 queens, and so larger hand size increases the chance that I'm going to get a 5 of a kind. However, the money is kind of more what I'm after at the moment, so I'm going to go ahead and actually play the hand here. I could keep the 9s and try and get a full house. I'm going to just keep pushing my luck here on this queen situation. That's 3, because I have so many discards. Yeah, there we go, there's 4. I have so many discards, so it's so easy for me to keep fishing for those. I'll point out also that if you have extra hands like this, I could treat this like a discard and be like, I'm going to play this pair, I don't care that it gets thrown away. You lose out on $1 to do so, but if you're in a position where, like, I only win if I can get a specific hand shape, you're better off burning the hand and getting that, you know, a shot at that hand that you need, that hand shape that you need, than just, like, playing the lesser version and potentially not winning. You always need to make choices that are like, this moves me in the direction of winning, and this is the only choice that moves me in the direction of winning, versus I'll just take whatever I can get. So, I didn't actually mean to play that, it's fine. A demonstration. Cool, it didn't work. Well, this wins anyways, you can see because the flames show up on their own. Cool. I'm down $1 from that, it's not a big deal. This is... White stake for me is pretty manageable. This is an economy card, which I would kind of like at the moment for the extra push here. I didn't destroy any of my 9s, so I'm gonna get this. It costs 7, so it's gonna take 2 antes to pay itself off, 2 blinds to pay itself off. But once I do, once I've done that, then it's just earning me money. I'm gonna go ahead and roll the dice on this again to see if I can get. There it is, Planet X. Just increase my 5 of a kind power. There's another one. Now I dare say we have a build at this point. I get money from this, but because I have no interest gain, I guess technically, so let's do the math here. This would be 4 plus another 4 from this, so it'd be worth 8. I believe the free everything is going to be worth more than $8 on the next shop, so I'm going to go ahead and skip here. Also under consideration is the fact that none of my jokers are growth jokers that I actively care about. Like, I don't care about runner, and so it's not more valuable for me to play a blind than it is to skip it and move forward. So discard here. There's 3. Come on, let's get... Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Daddy's shoes have holes in them. I meant to discard another one, that's fine. And then, do we get a 5th? We do, and that's it. So even though this one's debuffed, it doesn't matter, it's a free win. And you'll notice at this point, too, Scary Face isn't the reason I'm even winning. The deck sculpting was actually the thing that got me there, which is remarkable, because I did mention earlier on, it's usually not a build, but in this case, it does happen to be. Played phase cards, which is I'm going to be doing. That's more economy there. I'm going to go ahead and sell runner so I have room. I'm going to pick up this thing. I'm going to absolutely start opening the free standard packs, because if there's queens in here, like that, I have another queen. Do this. I am going to skip. Even though, like, hey, look, we got a mult 6. I don't want to push my deck in a different direction. Like, if I add any other type of card here, I'm just pushing against my increased odds of getting queens. So I'm going to skip this. Reduced reroll cost is great. It pays itself. This pays itself off in 5 fresh rerolls because it goes from 5 to 3. And then everyone after that is always 1 more than the last, so it's only, like, the first reroll that the cost is reduced. I'll say, fuck it, I'll go for it. And then if I do this, I get another mult in there, a pair of mults in there. I am not doing 2 pair. This is Sweatpants, I think it's called. This is a really good Joker because 2 pair is fairly easy to pull off. This grows very quickly and pairs very positively with any increased number of hands in play. So like you have 4 right here, and so if you you have your 4 hands, right, and you, I don't know, not intentionally, but like let's say it takes you all 4 hands to beat the blind. This got +8 mult across the way. And so every blind you're doing is going to potentially get this thing up more and more and more. And if you get something like Burglar, which is a Joker that increases your hands by another +3 at the expense of your discards, you could theoretically get even more mult out of this thing. So this is a great growing Joker if you can find this one. I'm not going to be discarding face cards, so I'm just going to keep going. Money here. This is a situation where I actually kind of want to, like, this grows with more rerolls used, and I get a lot of money from stuff. I might end up breaking even compared to doing this, and on top of it, I get the growth opportunity here. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this. Look at that, and if I get lucky and I get 5 queens, and I can leave this one open, the blue seal here is gonna give me another Planet X Planet card, and I love that. Love that for me. So far so good. Nope. Okay, so here's a situation where, let's see, I think this is probably enough on its own. That's 900, plus, wait, no, that'll be, I don't want to have to do the full math on this. It's kind of close. I'm actually going to burn the hand here. Oh, I got a couple dollars from that too. Great, I got a 5 of kind. I want to burn the hand again, just to see. I'm only gonna do it one more time. I want to see if I can get another queen in, so I can keep this and get the blue seal to trigger to try and get that free Planet X card, and I did. Perfect. There we go. That's a win, and that's another free. Keep in mind, a free planet card. A lot of those triggered for money, which was awesome. Use this. I love Gros Michel. That's the banana. I am actually gonna dump this thing now. Let's see. What do I want to pick up here? This Jumbo Standard Pack is kind of pricey, and the chance of getting a queen is kind of low, so I'm not going to bother with it. Spectral Pack could be extremely valuable because there's stuff like Cryptid that would let me duplicate one of my cards into two additional copies. Or there's, like, you know, enhanced face cards where I have a chance of getting a queen in there. I think I'm going to burn this thing, and I'm going to get the Gros Michel for the slightly higher mult. So Gros Michel, of course, like, plus 15 mult, 1 in 6 chance of this card to get destroyed. You're like, oh, that sucks, I lose the Joker. The thing is, when Gros Michel goes extinct, which is what it's called when it gets destroyed, you now have the chance to get the Cavendish banana Joker. And the Cavendish is ×3 mult. And so you actually want to get the Gros Michel as early as possible, have it go extinct, and then usually run into the Cavendish a little bit later. So Gros Michel is a fantastic early game Joker. Plus 15 mult is awesome, and then the chance at an even higher level Joker later on is even better. I'm gonna open this Spectral Pack, see what we get. Do not want any of the ones that destroy Jokers, but I could do a blue seal on a random card and have another chance at getting another Planet X. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I don't feel like I need the reroll, so I'm not gonna. This is a really good one to skip with. There's just nothing wrong with 25 bucks. All face cards are drawn face down. Shouldn't be a huge problem. I can kind of assume that they're queens. In that case, I probably shouldn't have put the blue seal on the king, but oh well. Because you can always check what's coming up in the blinds here. You can be like, oh, I have to fight this next, so let me have that affect my decision making. With the Gros Michel and everything, I'm pretty solid. Like, even if I only had a 4 of a kind, I would still absolutely crush. I'm gonna play again because I want access to the shop, and I still get a decent amount of money from the business card and the Cloud9. Okay. I'm throwing away the straight. I don't need it. I'm at this point not playing for straights, not playing for anything else. I don't need to take a specific hand. I have a specific set of things that I'm trying to produce. Do that. This is a situation where increased hand size would be really nice, because it would give me more flexibility for throwing away cards and getting stuff. But this is good. I'm going to do one dice roll here. This is a little bit extra. I don't need to do this. I'm going to burn one hand to see if I get one of the blue seals out. It's unlikely, but hey, why not? Oh, and I got $1 for that. Holy shit, I got one. That was just pure luck. Great. So another Planet X, which this is further cementing the fact that, yeah, I'm at 16,000 now. Oh, cool. I got a Joker unlocked. This is further cementing the ability for this deck construction to work out in the future. This is Stencil. This is a weird Joker. It's great when you have no other Jokers. It's bad as you gain Jokers. Oh, I want this death. It is not good when you have full Jokers, and like, the Times Vault is great, but you have to, like, give up slots. Like, I could theoretically give up Credit Card, Cloud9, and Business Card to get this and get some free Times Mult on it. I'm not going to do that because I'd rather keep the economy still. We're on Ante 3. It's early enough that I'd rather just keep it. Planet X, no Planet X. You can get any one of them or skip. There's obviously Jokers. You've probably run into these. There's Jokers that benefit from you skipping booster packs. I don't have those. Sometimes I'll just skip because I'm lazy and I know, like, it's not going to matter. In this case, I should probably just get the 3 of a kind. I'm going to skip the Jumbo Pack again because it's kind of a high price for a low chance to get what I'm after. All face cards are drawn face down. And here's another great reason to hang on to a death. So I'm going to burn a couple things here. Come on. Okay, here we go. I don't know which of these are which, except when I do this, it's gonna show what's underneath. It was a queen. And so now I know that at least these two are queens. So you can use tarot cards to gain information like that. Any of the cards that update a card state will flip the card back towards you to be able to see it. And so you can use things like Empress or Hierophant or Lovers or any of those. Like, I don't find Lovers to be super useful. It's only really useful if you're playing a flush build. But you could have one and be like, oh, I know a boss blind is coming up where it's going to hide information, and I don't know what I'm going to have available, and so I'm going to hang on to this and use it as, like, an information reveal. So anything to the right could be a jack, anything to the left could be a king. I am going to throw these two out. Okay. And I'm just going to roll the dice. I mean, if I have a 4 of a kind, I'd probably still win anyways. Nope, it was a 5 of a kind. If I had done one to the left, maybe it was another queen and I would have gotten the planet card, but it's alright. Okay, Gross Michelle's extinct. That's good. I lose out on the mult, which is a bummer, but that's fine. I can... Oh, look at that. 2 buffoon packs. There's my runner again. So, I have the money. I am looking for... Oh, this is a great... Hey, here's a good one. This is actually pretty useful right now, and I'm going to grab it for a second. If first hand of round is a single 6, destroy and create a spectral card. 2 values to that. 1, get rid of the 6s in your deck. Because I don't need the 6s, I specifically want to reduce the size of my deck from anything that isn't a queen. It would allow me to increase my odds of that. Second off, free spectral card. Which, if you don't want the spectral card effect, you sell it, you get a couple of gold off it, or a couple of dollars. So, wonderful. Neither of these are... Oh, I just unlocked this too. Neither of these are mult, so I'm not going to worry about them right now. None of the things that I'm doing... Actually, this is... If I got this, it would guarantee it would be a 100% chance then at this point. You know what? I actually don't think I need the scary face to win. And so I'm going to grab this to increase my economy temporarily. The extra discard, fucking why not? It's also important to get vouchers when you can, because getting, like, for instance, that discard voucher unlocks the ability... If I don't know if it's just... Some of them have higher conditions, but if we go into the collection here... I unlocked a bunch of stuff. Vouchers. You see how there's a second unlocked level? It'll tell me. Okay, so I haven't discarded enough cards to unlock this yet, but when I have, I'll unlock this voucher, and getting this is the step to getting the second one. So you can unlock 2 of these, then you can have 2 additional discards. Yeah, do look at the collection here and look at what these conditions are, and try and get as many of these things unlocked as possible, because they're all very, very useful for, you know, I would say flexibility for choice. Some of these are just going to happen, like you're going to use tarot cards, you're going to use planet cards, you're going to play cards, you're going to discard cards. It's going to happen. So, yeah, some of those will just show up, but other times you'll need to check in there and be like, oh, what do I need to do to unlock this? Tarot cards, there's no unlocking any of them, I believe. It's just use all of them. Same thing with Spectral and same thing with Planet. Oh, except, well, okay. So with Planet, I mentioned before, Planet X only ever shows up when once you play that hand type once. There are 2 additional types of hands, or 3, or sorry, 4, that are not, let's say, street legal. And so 5 of a kind obviously is one of them because the 52 card poker deck does not contain 5 of any kind. There are 2 more. I will not reveal those secrets to you, but you can figure that out. Also, fun little detail. You notice here they have a little solar system thing at the top, and the one that's lit up corresponds to the planet that you're on. So here's Venus is the 2nd dot, Mars is the 4th dot. I just think that's fun. Let's see. Jokers. I'm not gonna go through and reveal all these right now. So cool. I don't have the mult that I was after, but I think I'm probably okay. I could reroll. We'll reroll. Nah. I don't need any of that stuff. Straight flush? Absolutely not. Get fucked. Okay, queens. We're playing for queens. And then, so here's the wonderful thing about that, the reroll thing I picked up. Oh yeah, and I have extra discard. Hey, let's fish for another queen. There it is. I now have a 100% chance to get $10 from this, because this is now a 2 and 2 chance. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then I'm also getting the Planet X card on top of it, so my hand's gonna get stronger. And then the lucky card has a chance to give me $20, which it didn't do. That's fine. Oh, this also increases that odd as well. So I actually had a higher chance of getting the bonus from the lucky cards. So this thing interacts really nicely with lucky cards. Cool. My economy is looking really strong at this point. I'm gonna open this pack. I'm gonna roll the dice. There's a Planet X. Love it. There's a voucher that will guarantee that your most played hand type shows up in the Planet packs. So that's pretty good. Like I mentioned, levers can be used to reveal information if you need to. I don't need that right now, and I don't feel like buying it or hanging on to it. I'm going to reroll to see what I can get. Hey, would you look at that? This is one of those jokers that I sat on for a long time because I was like, I don't really get why I would want this. I can actually sell a credit card at this point now, too, because I'm economy positive. First played face card gives ×2 mult when scored. So this effect occurs before, like, when you're... I'll go ahead and get into a hand so I can demonstrate this. So, like, let me get my whole thing set up here. Discards. There's also still, I'll point this out, my deck is... Damn it. My deck is weighted in my favor to be able to do what I wanted to here, but it's not a guarantee that I'm going to get what I want. So I could still absolutely get fucked. I might burn a hand. Well, 4 of kind should still do it, right? Yeah, probably. Okay, so what normally happens is it goes through and it's like bling, 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 and then it like does, say, the bottom line here where your hand is played, and then it runs the top line. This does not occur at top line. This occurs the second it hits this first queen. And so at first you're like, well, that kind of sucks because it's just going to ×2 on my 10 here, which, you know, it's decent. I'll actually make it 30, so it's a guaranteed win, because I already have another Planet card here. Then again, oh no, yeah, because if I do this, I'm going to get 2 Marses, and I would rather get 1 Planet X. You might think, well, that kind of sucks. That's not exactly what I want out of that. But there are jokers that will replay the first, was it Hanging Chad, I think is the joker? It'll replay the first card played twice. So if you have Hanging Chad and Photograph together, immediately you have ×8 mult of whatever your starting mult is. So if I, for instance, had that right now, I would be looking at a guaranteed 240 mult, which, of course, is massive. That's huge. That's like, between these two things, it's going to be, what, a few 100,000 or a few tens of thousands or something like that. Math. So, yeah, absolutely colossal. And even so, even if you just look at it from this standpoint, this is currently worth 30 mult, because it's doubling my already high mult that I have here. So if you have, your Planet cards have built up your mult to whatever degree, as long as it's not high card level 1, where it's ×2 of 1, it's going to be worth whatever that mult is on that starting point, and frequently that could be extremely valuable. Even more valuable when you can rely on exponential growth to make that higher and higher and higher. So I'm going to go ahead and play this and absolutely crush this. Oh, I should have 100% burned a 6. I wasn't paying attention. Probably threw one of those away. Cool. So yeah, I am so far over the curve at this point. I need, what, 7,000? Yeah, I need 7,500. I got 39,000. This gives me a lot of room here to start, like, stretching my legs a little bit. Well, I love that. to like, maybe I want to swap some of these out, maybe I don't really need the economy anymore, so like something like this is not useful. I could start deciding, yeah, I'll buy a standard pack and just roll the dice to see if I get it. I almost always go for Arcana packs because, hey, look, here's Hermit, here's Temperance. Both of these give money. Temperance is really valuable if you have stuff that's like increasing the value of your jokers, so you just have expensive ones. Oh, look, here's a Strength, so I can make another Queen. I would love the additional money, but being able to make another Queen, of course, is really fucking good, so I'm gonna do that. Yeah, sure, why not? Actually, I'm gonna do this to make another 6 to be able to burn with this thing as well. Always, like, if you're like, oh, I only need one of these things, just keep looking around to see if there's something else you could do. Like, pushing the 9 up to a 10 would be bad because it would reduce the value of Cloud 9, but pushing the 5 up to a 6 is valuable for the Sixth Sense. High Priestess would be a low chance to get a Planet X, so it's not worth it. Temperance is less valuable than Hermit, so I would go for Hermit, and I don't need Lovers, so we'll do Strength there, get the extra Queen, get the extra 6. I am going to... I'll do a standard pack. We'll just roll dice, see what happens. Didn't get anything, it's fine, skip it. I have so much economy, I don't even need to worry about the interest gain as much, so I'm going to burn this and see if I get something. Stone Idol, I think this one's called, is not bad. It's going to give me some extra times mult, depending on, like, the makeup of my queens. And I have, like, a decent variety, but, like, for instance, it says it's diamonds right now. It changes every blind, right? Yeah, every round. So, like, it wouldn't really be valuable in the first one, but if it says spades or if it says clubs, you know, like, hey, that's going to be really good. I also don't need that, and I kind of want to keep seeing if there's something that's more focused into what my deck is currently doing, like either, like, sculpting or face card stuff or something. So next round, play only one hand type. Obviously, I cannot play Sixth Sense right now because I will lose if I do that. Pay very close attention to what the boss blind is before you're like, oh, I need to do my, like, maintenance stuff. Like, there's a joker called DNA that will duplicate a card if it's the first card you play and it's the only card you play for your first hand. Obviously, you don't use DNA when you're fighting against the needle, so I'm not going to. I'm going to throw all this away. There will be other opportunities. Pull this stuff out. Oh, I am getting... Oh, no. Is this going to be it? Am I just... Is the good Jimbo going to take it away on this one? He might. I think we're going to be okay. Hold on. Yeah, I think we're fine with this. Maybe not. Actually, hold on. So let me double this. I don't know. This might be it. I might be out just from this, which, you know, it happens. Nope. I got oh, I got so lucky. So my lucky queen triggered. The lucky queen triggered, which meant I got plus 20 mult, which meant the on queen effect, so the effect on the card triggers before the photograph effect. So the 2 and 5 chance to get plus 20 mult. 40% chance isn't terrible. Actually, I guess 40% chance to just win was not the worst odds for this game. 40% chance triggered. I got the 20 mult. And then the 20 mult got doubled into 40 mult, added onto the 10, so that's 50, and then it was just a runaway from there. So that was pure blind luck. Like I said, the good Jimbo giveth, the good Jimbo taketh away. Hey, Planet X. Let's go gambling. Cool. I actually am going to go ahead and buy the Mars now because getting stuck in that position where I was like, oh, I didn't have a 5 of a kind and that could be a deal breaker. I don't want to be in that position. So I need to start bumping up what I guess you would call your secondary hand, like your fallback hand of, oh, I don't have exactly what I need, but I want to make sure I'm still getting some amount of score. This is not a terrible voucher to get because then I could potentially buy even more queens. And I'm going to reroll just to see what I get. Nothing. That's fine. This is Hiker, I think, which is not a bad one if you get it early on. I'm kind of late into the antes to make this valuable, so I'm gonna keep playing. I actually want to play so I can try and get a spectral card. There's my 6. We play hand. Sweet. One random rank. Now, what I could do, this is a terrible idea and I'm not going to do this, but I could, just to demonstrate. What I could do is I could be like, okay, I have only one queen here. I'm going to use this and try and go for the 1 in 14 chance that I get queen as the choice, it's terrible odds. So I'm not going to be taking that. Also, the -1 hand size. I absolutely don't want that when my preferred hand is a 5-card hand. If I was going for, like, you know, high cards or pairs or even, like, 3 of a kind, it wouldn't matter, but no, it's a terrible idea. So I do this. Throw this stuff away. Great. Let's see if we can get even more queens to get that planet bonus as well. Keep it rolling, Jimbo. Keep it rolling. Come on, Jimbo. I'm going to burn it. Actually, at this point, I might as well literally burn every hand but the last one. Cool. I didn't get it. It's fine. I'm still going to get the 1. Odds are good on this one, so I'm going to go ahead and, you know, do I get the times 20? I don't. It's totally unnecessary. I still get all the money back with my Planet X. So I'm still, you'll notice my score has been pretty consistently at 39,000. The planet cards are increasing that a little bit, but this is why it's important to have like a growing Joker value within your set here, is that you want the amount of points you get to slowly gain over time. And so any choices you can make to improve those odds is generally favorable. Yeah, I'll burn some cash on rolls here. No queens, I don't care. I mean, I could get like a jack and then try and get a strength to push it up, but it's not worth it. I'll do another one. I'm making so much money off of what I have right now. Great, a queen. There was 2 queens in there, but the queen with the red sticker is better, the red seal, because it's going to trigger twice. That will interact with photograph. So now, this queen with photograph is a ×4 to whatever my mult was. And then, again, add that on to Hanging Chad, and it's a ×8, a ×16, a ×32. It can get out of hand really quickly. That is a photograph plus face cards plus some combination of stuff. It's a very common fallback that I'll do. You'll notice, photograph is the thing carrying me right now. Photograph and the fact that I built so many queens in has just, like, I have 3 cards that are basically economy, and another one that's just, like, deck sculpting. One Joker is carrying me through this entire run right now. I don't really care to fish for another Joker type. I'd rather play, get the money, try and burn some more 6s, maybe? Get that guy. Oh, hey, look at that. I sure do like what's happening to me right now. Okay, so we're going to play this, get our Spectral card. That's Immolate, which I 100% do not want to play right now, but I'm going to save it, because if I get a starting hand that has no queens, I can burn everything, get 20 bucks, and do deck sculpting. I literally don't need... I don't need to do anything else right now. Oh yeah, this is another thing I didn't call this out before. You can reorder the cards in your hand when you're playing. They come out in the order that you have them over here. So make sure your Jokers are in the right order. Make sure your played cards are in the right order, because that's going to influence what the final outcome is here. So I'm going to get... Oh, shit, I just realized, because I have 2 of these things, I'm only going to get 1 Planet X card. I want to keep the Immolate here in the off chance I have an early hand that has no queens in it. On top of that, you can use cards up here when you're at, like, the Tarot select screen. If you use these first, it doesn't cancel out of Tarot. And so, like, if I was like, oh, show me some Tarot options, and then it draws a hand with, like, no queens in it there, I can burn the Immolate then. I don't have to wait for a blind to do it. So I am going to... I mean, I already fucking won right here. Let's go ahead and play this absurd hand. Oh, and I got the double money from it, too. Cool, that's 100k. There's a Planet X. Let's go ahead and use that. I'd love a Tarot pack so I could select that. Planet X. Yeah, I'll do my fallback hand because I need that. I have so much money, I might as well do the standard pack at this point. Nope. The blue seal for the planet card could be decent, but I feel like I have enough of those and I don't really need to push it too hard. So yeah, this could be mult I could get at this point. I could toss out... Actually, I think I am. I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to add this for just some extra mult. This is going to guarantee that I get, you know, another 25 mult on top of everything else that I've got going on. It's going to be after... It's going to be top line, so it's going to be after the photograph has already gone off. Well, the first queen, I believe, is going to do... Actually, it's going to matter based on this order, I want to say. So I'll do this, it'll give it +5, and then it'll do the ×2, and then it'll go through, and it'll do all the stuff. So, I could reroll again, but I'm not... I'm pretty comfortable with where I'm at, and I'd rather just kind of... I guess I should have, because I'm above the interest cost that would have brought me down to 27. 25 is the maximum number of cash you get max interest from that because you get five interest, so it's fine. Start with 0 discards. This is a little bad. Oh, hey, look at that. There's Immolate. Let's use it. Perfect. Bye. I got my 20 bucks. I burned this hand, and hopefully now I get an entire hand filled back with queens. Look at that, baby. So that's another reason to hang on to stuff is, like, sometimes you just need an extra push during a blind to get you to where you need to go. I'm going to burn hands here. I have to try and get queens. Okay, I'm good. I'm going to burn the one more hand here to see if I can get the extra queen. I didn't. That's okay. This should be enough. I'm going to do this. Yeah. I'm going to do this for the plus 20 mult chance, I guess, or the money, or the whatever. Let's see. Yeah, see, it did. Smiley face and then photograph for that one. Great. I got so much cash. Swimming cash and flush. No pun intended. Oh, Constellation's very, very good. So I'm going to... I liked this for the deck sculpting, but I'm honestly pretty good at this point, and I really want to make sure that I don't... Well, then again, the thing that would fuck me right now is not lack of score. The thing that would fuck me is lack of access to queens. Yeah, sure, why not? I got the money. I might as well start burning it at this point. I really like Oops All Sixes for the money here, but this is 2 slots are being taken up by economy. My economy is good. So I'm actually going to... Ooh, so this is benefiting me with the lucky cards. This is benefiting me from the cash. Let me burn some money to think about this. Nope. No queens. Great. Constellation's really good, because now I can buy any planet card and get times mult for it. It's not a lot of times mult, but it's a good amount of times mult. So deck sculpting here is very valuable. I already have enough money. You know what? I actually don't really care as much about the money right now. I have passive interest. I don't really need the extra cash for anything major. So that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to do one reroll just to see what's available. Oh, hey, there you go. Buy and use. Even though I'm not playing pairs, it's worth mult for it. In fact, I kind of want to do it again. Chariot's very good. I'm going to pick that up. Adding a steel card. So now any card that I decide to leave in hand is going to be another times mult. And I'll do one more. Yeah, I'll burn down a little bit closer to 25, and I just want to have a little bit extra spare on hand. Next round. I'm gonna keep playing. I want to hit shops here because I want to get planet cards to keep building, and I want to do the deck sculpting. So I do this. There's no 6 in there. There's no 6 in there. There's no 6 in there. I have a lot of discards. No 6 there. No 6 there either. That's not as very close to a 6, but so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, because I'm gonna end up with a lot of queens, and I want to have queens as a fallback option. I'd rather turn a queen into a steel card than something that I'm not intending on using, because either it stays in my hand, like right now, and I have it as a steel card, or I go, shit, I only have 5 queens in hand. Guess I better use the steel card queen, and it's a it's a choice that I can make versus just being totally boned. So there we go. I am so far over the line on this. When the fire shows up when you just select the 5 cards, that's when you know you're doing good. 200k. We're solid. Also, I'm under 52 cards, so if I found that erosion again, that would be a fine source of mult for me. Hey, look at that. Celestial Pack. Let's do it. So now it doesn't matter that there isn't a Planet X in here, because I still get the 0.1 mult off of it, which is great. Spectral Pack. Let's see. Is there more deck sculpting in here? There's an Immolate. There's a Cryptid, most importantly. So Immolate could be really good. I guess it would be a net gain if I did the Immolate, because even if it destroyed... Well, I could lose this guy, but I kind of don't need it anymore. If I lose literally all 3 of these cards and these 2 cards, I end up in roughly the same spot I was at. Actually, I could do the math on that. Adding the 2 additional feels a little bit better. I would have loved it if one of these 2 queens was the one that had the red seal on it, because it duplicates everything. But for now, I'm just going to stick with the fact that I'm getting, 2 queens out of the deal. Because I would rather do more controlled deck sculpting. Like that one Immolate I played was flawless. It was exactly what I needed at exactly the right time. I don't need the money. I flat out don't need the money. First hand is drawn face down. Shouldn't really be a problem. I could probably pick up a tarot in the shop here to help with that. Hey, look at that. Any 6s? I mean, like, the 6th thing is just sort of like, if I'm fortunate enough to have that, it's great. It's not happening. It's okay. This is more than enough. So here we go. So now I'm going to get my 2 planet cards again, which is going to be another 0.2 mult. You can see how things are really, really getting out of hand. Cool. Great. Even better. So not only is my hand getting... The strength of my hand getting better... Oh, hey, and check this out. There's a Fool. Hold on a second. Let me hit the Arcana pack real quick. I really want to go gambling with Wheel of Fortune and see if I can pump one of these things up. I could do a Strength and get another Queen, which would bring me up to 15 Queens, which is 1/3 of my deck. I could Justice a Queen, which would give it ×2 mult, but I don't... I also have the chance of destroying it, which I don't really want to do. I kind of want to... Actually, no. It's a 2 in 4 chance because I have this thing. Gambling on the Wheel of Fortune is actually pretty good odds, and literally any outcome it does in here is good. It's probably not going to work. It's a 50-50 shot. Either works or it doesn't. Hey, it's all right. It happens a lot. Oh, I get to pick 2. That's right. So I get to do that anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring this up to... Oh, bring this up to a 6. Okay, so the reason I picked the Arcana, or the Tarot pack first, was it was like, well, do I want to Fool one of the choices in there? Like, maybe I should have saved the Wheel of Fortune for second and gotten 2 rolls on Wheel of Fortune. But what I can do instead is I can use the Planet X, buy the Fool. Actually, this is probably the better choice because it's a planet card. It's going to increase the mult here. There we go. Wheel of Fortune could have been really good if it gave one of my Jokers Polychrome, which is another 1.5 times mult on top of it. But, you know, that's pretty good, too. Oh, hey, look at that. So I could do Purple Seal, which would give me a Tarot when discarded, which I'm discarding a lot of stuff right now. This has a chance to give me Queens, or none. It also has a chance to destroy my best Queen on play right now, so I kind of don't want to do that. I'll just go ahead and put the Seal on. Because I'm discarding those cards anyways. Do 1 reroll. Oh, hey, look at that. A High Priestess, where it doesn't matter what planet cards they are. I use them anyways, and I get even more mults. Would you look at that? And I just flat out don't need this guy. Everything's drawn face down. I don't have any cards to reveal. That's fine. I'll go ahead and just, like... It's just the first hand also, so I can just discard a shitload and be like, fuck it. So I'm leaving... I'm not going to throw these out yet, because if I get Queens now... Okay, then I know something on either side here is potentially a Queen. I'll throw one of these out and see what I get. Okay, so the one that I got rid of was a Queen, which is fine. I'll throw this out too. I'll just... There we go. I should still be good with what I've got. Oh yeah, we're gravy. And I'm going to play this one because it could be the lucky card, and I just don't know. Whereas I know this one isn't. So at this point, I'd rather play the unknown one. And yeah, this is where... Oh yeah, you can swap between sort by rank or suit. Since I'm not playing flush, it's not super useful to do the suit ordering. I usually do rank because it's easier to spot straights and like collections like this. It's basically... Rank is good for every hand that isn't flush. Isn't a flush-based one. Make sure that my Queen is in the right spot here. Am I going to make it? Guys, I think I'm going to make it. Cool. Level 15 Planet X, my god. What do we got here? Might as well make stuff cheaper. Why the hell not? So Mega Celestial Pack, that's 2 of them. Again, it didn't matter if there was a Planet X in there. It's still good for this. I'm up to fucking ×2 in this thing. Why not? Who cares? That ×2 mult is great. I don't really see any reason to buy this, but I'm gonna anyways. No Queen. It's fine. Yeah, once again, Seance. Bad Joker. Probably not going to be useful. I've never once had a deck where I was building straight flushes. Theoretically, you could do it in the checkered deck, maybe, but this is not stuff that I'm interested in right now. I want to just keep playing hands because I want more chances at planet cards. Every time I play, I have blue seals that can get planet cards. I hit the shop where I can get planet cards. Everything is pumping me up. This one sucks to get, but thankfully my hand is pumped up enough that it doesn't matter. Hey, would you look at that? Any 6s in here for me? None so far. I should throw away some queens. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll throw away this queen just to see if I can get my 6s. Can I get some 6s, please? Any of my 3 6s? Hey, there we go. All right. Talisman. Sure, why not? I'll, add it onto... Why not? One of these. Even more chance at money. There we go. looking pretty good. I don't have to order these this way, but I like to make them neat. Oh, and I actually did. Wow, it fired on both of them. Holy shit, that was a 2 in 15 times 2 in 15 chance. That's pretty good. That was a lot of money really quickly. The good Jimbo giveth and the good Jimbo taketh away. Oh, I love this guy. Yeah, wow, this is really good. I'm going to get rid of Smiley Face right now because I simply don't need it. So, this is wonderful. Baseball card. Uncommon Jokers give 1.5 times mult. Uncommon, 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 common. So I'm getting an additional 1.5 times on these 3 cards just for existing. It's like as if they have polychrome, which that's just fucking phenomenal. Yeah, I'm gonna 100% use this and get another planet card. Use that. I'm going to use the Fool and get another Planet X and use that. Good lord. I'll reroll because I have the money. Hey, there's Cavendish. It is actually worth it to replace the photograph, I think, because well, so the only time when it wouldn't be is when I have the red seal one. But oh, it's not uncommon. Damn. It's still, it is a 2 in 1,000 chance of being destroyed. My brother had a run that literally the blind before the final anti-boss, his Cavendish went extinct because he had oops all 6s, and it increased it to a 1 in 500 chance, and it just happened. I want to keep some of these because these cards are now worth 1.5 times mult. This is only worth 4 times 4 mult in the specific circumstance. Actually, is it? I'm trying to do the math in my head here. Does that be 60? 20? Yeah, it's times 4. So, I'd actually rather have this for the just general purpose. Photograph is wonderful. Also, I just like it. It's a good one. It's a good one. Judgment is a really good tarot. As you get into higher and higher blinds, because higher blinds will have negative effects on jokers, like Perishable, where it only lasts for 5 rounds, or Rental at Gold Stake, where it costs $3 every round you play with that joker. And Judgment will give you a joker that has none of that. It can be a joker that's negative, or holographic, or foiled, or whatever. It can still have positive effects, I think. Could be wrong on that. But the important thing is it can't have negative effects. So this is nice early game if you're like, I just need to get a joker. It's also really nice when you're doing a higher level stake. I have so much money, I might as well just reroll. Let's see, what blind am I at? You got that thing coming up. I might as well. Yeah, for the planet stuff. Keep giving me, yeah, why not? Oh, cool, I unlocked another deck. I'm getting really lucky in these things. I personally don't find this one to be super useful, but there are ways to kind of pump it up to, like, funnel even more tarot cards in your direction, so it's not a bad one. Okay. I certainly don't need that skip. So where are we at now? Well, I'd love a 6. Oh, hey, look at that, discard. I don't need the Judgment, thank you, though. I don't need your Judgment right now. So yeah, so I didn't get a, oh, it's a Flush 5 also, which I actually don't want to play. So Flush 5 is another spot, like, hidden hand where it's 5 of a kind of all the same suit. I don't want to play that because look at what my base value for 5 of a kind is. Like, that would be insane. So it's kind of important if you're building for that to not have too many. I think I still win if I do this, though. So I could, no, I don't want to unlock that planet card type, because this is a fresh profile, I don't care about that. But if you have a run where, like, oh, fuck it, play this and try and get that planet card revealed so that you can get the Joker for finding all the planet cards. But yeah, we'll do this. Yeah, 1.5 million, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good number right there. I think we have enough points to win the anti-8 boss. This is a great deck trimmer. In fact, let's see, is it uncommon? It is. I'm going to replace 6 cents with this just so I can trim the deck that much better. Because it's just like, you just play one, Oh, first discard the round's only one card, destroy it, and earn $3. Perfect. Technically, I could have had both of them. So first card played, if it's a 6, get rid of it, and then first discard, get rid of it. But it's fine. I'm doing okay. Plus, I don't really have the room. High Priestess, that's even more power to my constellation. Another Planet X, which I wasn't even banking on, but I'll take it. Ride the Bus, this one's called Ride the Bus, is a really good early game joker. Where you're just like, okay, I just won't play face cards, which is not hard to do as long as you're not doing straights and you're like reliant on like, oh, ace, king, queen, jack, 10, you know, do a 2-pair or something, or even if you have, I think it's called half joker. Yeah, the half joker is the one that's if you play 3 cards or less, it's plus 20 mult. Do like a this plus half joker, where the half joker gives you the burst you need at the beginning to have enough mult to get past. To grow this thing, and then you just start growing this thing up until it's like 20, 30, 40 mult. I think the first game I ever beat in Balatro, I did it with Ride the Bus. Man, I really want to go gambling with the Wheel of Fortune, but that High Priestess, so let's go gambling. Oh, hell yeah. Love me some Polychrome. Cool, so this is now 1.5 times 1.5 times from the baseball card. Yeah, that's really good. Sure, why not? This is Baron. Each king held in hand gives 1.5 times mult. Every single deck that gets you into the scientific notation score uses Baron. It uses Baron and Mime. You get a steel king with a red seal, and the red seal will cause the steel effect to go off twice. And it will also, I believe, cause this effect to go off twice. At the very least, it's 3 times. Then you make your entire deck nothing but these steel red seal kings, and then Mime redoes held in card actions, which in that case would be the steel effect and the red sticker. And so you could look at videos of this where it's like a single steel red seal king will ping like 8 times in a row, and you'll just have an entire hand. You'll have a hand size of like 12, and you'll just go bum 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 bum. That was one card. Bum bum bum, and it'll just go down the whole line, and you'll have, you know, quadrillions of points. So that's fun. Fool. Yeah, why not? Oh, hey, that's a queen. Let's buy a queen. My deck is currently 16 queens. We stan a queen. Yeah, I'll do it again. Okay, I'll do it again. At 3.1. Why not? Yeah, sure, give me some more money. And Devil, I don't know, I'll throw in something. Absolutely unnecessary to do any of this stuff. Okay, this is not the final ante, this is the second. Hey, so now I can discard one and just be like, fuck off, which is great. So now that card is out of my deck. I mean, I would have loved to have got that earlier because it would basically guarantee my deck sculpting endeavors. Man, I mean, I just don't know what I'm gonna play in this hand. I'm gonna toss one just to see. Okay, whatever. Fine. And once again, I don't want to get a flush 5, so this is enough. My 5 of a kind. It's gonna get back here from the blue seal. Yeah, 2.7 million. I think we have enough. Oh, hey, now here's Telescope, which would have been really nice earlier. Guarantees that out of the Celestial Booster Packs I get, yeah, I'm just gonna use Temperance. The Telescope guarantees out of Celestial Booster Packs that you get the most played poker hand, which, no surprise right now, is my 5 of a kind. At level 21 5 of a kind. I grew up so fast! Oh, I haven't seen a Hierophant up until now, that's crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and just pump these queens. Why not? Even more points. Do some rerolls here. Yeah, I'll buy some stuff to pump the queens that I got in my hand. Ooh, but a Chariot, though. Let's get a Chariot. Totally, wildly unnecessary to go this far. Cerulean Bell could be really dangerous if it wasn't for the fact that I have, like, a zillion queens. I don't need the other voucher. I'm just gonna keep playing. Let's get rid of the 3. Oh, I should have used one. Well, I didn't really have anything I was going to use it on to make room. It's whatever. Ooh, we are not getting what we need right now. We are not getting what we need right now. I'm probably just going to have to burn some hands. Nope, never mind, we're fine. I am going to steal this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to burn a hand because I would like to pump up some of my queens a little bit more. Am I still going to win? Okay, not even close, thank God. Come on. I just want to do some queen... Oh, you know what I could do? This is silly. I should steal this... No, I'm going to steal the queen for the same reason I described previously, which is I still would rather have it as an option. Okay. So now I can keep these queens here, have this wild amount of overkill, get a Planet X card out of the deal. Yeah, 9 million. Yeah, okay. Oh, hey, a planet card. Oh, hey, a Celestial Pack, which is going to have Planet X in it, because I guaranteed that now with Telescope. Times 78 base, good lord. I am going to put the Chariot on a Queen. That's the smart play. I really don't need to do anything. Yeah, this is DNA. This is the one that lets you copy a card. Would have been really nice in the beginning. I just simply don't need it. I shrimply don't need it. I have 16 queens. Let's see. I'm on the first. Yeah, I'm going to the second one. Now, if I really wanted to guarantee success, I would... Actually, no, I don't know. I could get the +3 hand size. The problem is it would increase the chance that I grab something that's not a queen. Of course, the chance that I... Well, yeah, and then it also increases the chance that... Yeah, that my hand contains non-queens that are grabbed, which could be an inconvenience. I want to increase the odds that I succeed here, so I'm going to go ahead and just keep doing this. Oh, let me go ahead and kill a card real quick. Bye. Do this. Do this. Come on. All right, there we go. All right, so we want that at the end there. We want that at the end there. That's perfect. I could... It doesn't really matter what I play first, so I'm just going to play everything. Yeah, that'll do it. That will do it, though. Okay, and then finally... some more planets. I have the money, I might as well. I don't really need it. I don't want to pollute the deck. And we're on the last one. This is just, I guess, a little bit of micro optimization here. There's no reason, unless you're going to try and do an endless run after this, which don't worry about it. You don't have to. So you do unlock a Joker for getting to ante 12, but you need to be able to get like 1 billion or like 100 million to do that. And like even my current setup doesn't do that, so I'm not gonna sweat it. So I could just burn all my cash right now to get every last little bit of strength out of here that I need. And I'll just go ahead and do that to demonstrate, I guess. So we got that. Grab that. Grab that. Buy and use. Oh, that did nothing for me. Oh, okay. Well, I missed out on the point 1. If I lose because of that point 1, hilarious. Yeah, so what I'm going to do here is, because I have this thing selected... oh, wait, I need to destroy one for the discard, which I'm not going to do. So, it's fine. I just won't be doing deck sculpting right now. Here's the thing I learned recently. When Cerulean Bell forces one card to be selected, and you death that card, this is so specific because I literally ran into this yesterday, and you use this, the copy will also be force selected. So let that play into your decision making when you do something like this, which is fine because I'm immediately going to hear a fan. I'm just going to play the hand I'm going to win, but just keep that in mind. So now I've got these selected. Oh, and I have these two selected. I'm going to run Hierophant on them. Or Hierophant, however it is. See there, I can't bring either of them down. It's both of them. And this is fun. I don't need to fuck around with the 5 discards and getting things in the right shape or planets or whatever. It's the final hand. I'm just trying to win. I'm going to get like 6 million off of this. It's all good. I'm going to play a hand. I got the 20 mult. There, 6 million. Got my Planet X. I got my Joker unlocked. Wonderful. And I want to point something out again. This was a fresh profile, nothing unlocked. Obviously, I had a 40% chance there to win on that one boss blind, and I got it. That was just like, sometimes that'll happen. You'll be like, I have a great build, and then you'll get a bad boss. You'll get a bad boss blind. You'll just get poor luck. Like, there could have been times where even though I had so many queens, they just didn't come up. well, which is what happened on that boss blind, but like it could be even worse, where it's like you just don't even get 2, you get 3, and you're like, where's the rest of them? And you burn all the hands trying to get to the winning hand, and it doesn't happen. That's normal, that's going to happen. The point is, you want to make every decision you can to make sure that things are moving in your favor to like sort of reduce the odds that those things occur. For the people that I'm making this video for, well, at least one of them, you've played Darkest Dungeon, you know all about that. All about the, like, this is a dangerous situation, but if I make the right choices that are, like, eking out probability in my direction, that 1%, 2% increase adds up over time, and you end up on the right side of the curve instead of the wrong side of the curve. So, yeah, I'm gonna call it here, but, hopefully this was helpful. This was, everything I showed here is the decisions that I make, the process I handle stuff. Obviously, this is one seed, and hey, here's the seed. If you want to like play this seed, you can play the seed, and you can try and either do something differently or make adjustments to it yourself. There it is, 6NJLPV6Y. Things are gonna run differently. Like I would say on average, like with a white stake, I should actually try this out, but I'm pretty sure I could win about 50. I'm pretty sure I could win greater than 50% of the time on white stake. On gold stake, it's significantly less. Like the higher and higher stakes you get, the harder and harder it is to sort of wend through the path that leads you to success. But on white stake here, it gives you plenty, that you have so much leeway to make those choices. You also notice that I was unlocking stuff as I went along, which is a big help too. Like, I unlocked this Joker and then got it, and then I'm pretty sure the extra 20% chance from this thing was what saved me on that boss blind. So, sometimes stuff like that helps as well. But anyways, I didn't expect this to take 70 minutes to go through, but I think this is a pretty complete view of how this operates, and I hope this was valuable to you. See ya.